everybody and welcome back to our channel. My name is Phil Wolf and welcome to our House Flipper season here on our beautiful channel. So thank you so much on that to each and every single one of you for coming to join us today. And it's such a pleasure for all of the amazing support you guys are actually showing here on the channel. So this is actually first part of a free season gameplay. What we're actually doing, so we're actually doing the base game type season where we've got to do the jobs, then go off and actually buy properties like this to do them up and flip them. And also we've actually then got the HGTV season as well, where we go and do the jobs and only buy the properties for that. And then we've then also got our luxury DLC as well, so our luxury house flipper pack, and that would also be the same way, where we actually go in, we actually do the jobs, and we can then only buy the properties to actually do up to flip under that third season side of things as well. So we've actually got 3 seasons going into 1 season here. So we don't normally get the opportunity to actually see that very often. Now we do actually have the garden DLC, so we should be able to reach these here with a lot more ease than what we are doing when we've actually got that. Oh, so we've actually got our garden DLC, so we can actually start cleaning stuff like this up with like hose pipes. So at this moment in time, we're just using a brush to try and get rid of as much dirt as possible. So this does actually help towards your overall skill points when you actually deal with the garden side of things. So we are just slowly just working around so we can actually get all this sorted as much as possible. So I know that it's been definitely quite a while since I actually uploaded onto this channel overall. It's just been a real crazy point in life at this moment. So we are trying to get this going as much as possible, so we can actually bring you the best possible content we can. Now we do constantly try our best to do this, and I know that sometimes life does happen and we're needing to concentrate on what we're needing to do in general because of that. So we're just needing to try and get it to a point where we actually feel comfortable with what we're actually doing overall. Now let's just get rid of all this here as quickly as possible so we can actually get this sorted, and let's just give this little bit down here a clean as well. So we're going to pop into here, so we're actually going to be changing the door as well, but we do actually need to sell everything out of here. So we're going to do that there. So this is what I mean by the blue shape, where you can actually sell compared up to the white and etc. Only really do it on the blue ones if you can. Don't really use it to do the other little bits. Right, so we're actually going to be changing these doors as well. We're going to take this out here, and we're actually going to be reforming this bathroom set up, so we can actually get that looking just a tad bit more better. So we're actually going to be getting that there sorted out as well, and then we're going to be moving the kitchen actually into the bedroom, or what was the bedroom, for that. So sometimes, by the way, as well, if you actually click down and you actually remove a large amount of area, because of rubbish like this here, and that's perfectly fine. Yes, and that it does make it a bit easier, but you can't really make money from it. So just trying not to do that. So there is actually a way where you can actually increase everything going, like I said already before, because you just wanting to try and get everything looking as decent as possible. Try and increase your skills up as much as possible as well, because that really does help, especially on the larger builds. Now, I am going to try and do on the smaller properties like this, to try and buy a property for each episode, do it up as much as possible. Now, keeping in mind that yeah, we've only got literally about 4,000 to do this build on, you see, and it is such a large amount of work what we're needing to do on really a small budget. That's why we actually went in for negotiations. So when you actually get an offer in, and you've got a better chance of getting more money on the negotiation side of things with this. So let's just get rid of this here. Get rid of this here. Let's just make sure that we've got no more lights. There we go. So this is going to be pretty much the area. So we're actually going to be placing our kitchen here with a sofa type area here with a TV up on the wall. And we also then need to actually change the door as well. So we can actually sell the front door. Go and press tab right, you bring up your pad up and click onto doors. And you then get a load of selection of doors, which is quite astonishing. So a lot of these here are actually smart doors, so they will actually open up as you're actually walking through. Now we will be probably going for something like that, but what I do need to do here is that we might just need to, so I'm wanting to try and get kind of like a very specific door. So I would love to use this here, but the only problem is it's actually quite a fair size, you see. So if we place it there, that means that we need to get rid of this window. So we can actually get rid of a window and quite easily. Now this is a bit more expensive. Yes, it is massively expensive. Now we're going to place that there, and then we're then just going to amber it out, press E to get it sorted. Okay, press E again and that to open up the door, and do that there. So there we go. That looks all really good. So this is on the outside, that's there, and that looks so much more better already, just with that one basic door in place. Next, what we're going to then do is, okay, we're going to go back into doors again, and we're going to then pick a door for the bathroom and also a door for the bedroom. Now, there's only really a couple of doors what I would actually use on this kind of building, and that is actually these here. So I always try and use these on a build where possible, even when I'm actually doing it to try and make as much money as possible. Yes, they are a little bit more expensive, but that's okay. Actually, still a lot cheaper than what a lot of the actual doors in real life are, to be honest with you. So we are actually going to be going in for the basic cheap one. We're going to go into a small, because yes, that is a small, and it does get so much more bigger than that. Okay, so we're just going to get that in there. Now the flooring is actually going to be quite an interesting one, okay, including the bathroom here as well. So what we're going to do, first of all, we're actually going to go back into our pad, and we're actually going to go into our floor and ceilings. We're then going to go into our floor tiles, if you're wanting to have this kind of flooring. Okay, now Now, for me, some of these are actually a lot more fancier, especially for your better properties for the luxury side of things. But it doesn't really indicate if it's actually from luxury or if it's from base. So I'm actually going to go with this obsidian marble. That looks really quite nice. Yes, quite a dark towel, but it does give that extra feel of the quality to what we're actually going to try and go for. Next, we're going to do our walls, okay, and we're actually going to go with now we can't really deal with the area for the towels, to be honest with you, this moment of time, because we don't have that kind of flexibility, especially this here, which is our tiling. So what we're actually needing to do is that we are needing to go into a tab, and we're actually just going to be getting some paint. And for the paint side of things, okay, we're actually going to go with, let's pick a really kind of like a nice warm color, but what's actually going to be quite a nice color to be having into the bathroom here. So we're actually going to be using the almond style color here, and we are then just going to whip it round. So it would give it a bit more of that warmth for the bathroom. But until we actually get a certain tool, what we're needing for this, we can't really do much about it. So it just means a lot of painting in this kind of area. To be honest with you, now you could actually opt in for white if you wanted to, make it to blend it in a bit more. Everybody's different with that, so I quite like to start off with just using this here. Now I would use white in like the other rooms, like the bedroom, the living room, kitchen area, with some proper walls for the kitchen. But yeah, again, we can't really do that just yet because we don't have that availability to do that kind of stuff. What we're actually needing to do. So we are just going to just move this along like this. Now I'm not being well for quite a few weeks, so I'm still kind of recovering from illness. So you might have actually realised from my last episode what I actually did on the channel, that it is quite a bizarre thing. Now, as the channel grows, I hoping that people would actually let us know what they would like to see in a new property. Okay, and if we can try and get it done, we will then do it as best as possible. So that there is now done. So we now need him to go into our building side of things and go into our installations. So the installations is actually going to allow us to do a couple of things. We can actually get a shower in, okay, right, and we're actually going to be placing the shower into this corner here, okay, just like that there. And we're then going to unscrew it. Please don't think that unscrewing it is going to cause issues and stuff like that. It is kind of all right to what we're actually needing it for. Then straight into our section here, straight into furniture, and straight into the bathroom. Bathroom. Nope. Bathroom fixtures even, sorry. And then we're actually going to go with bath and showers. And then I'm going to scroll down. And now I am spending a bit more on this to what I really should be doing. But it's so much more nicer to have this in. As like a shower section there. Then we then got then the other two parts which we're actually needing to do now, which is actually a sink and also a toilet area as well. So what we're actually going to be doing here is we're actually going to be placing this sink area here, and we're actually going to then unscrew. So when we unscrew everything, okay, don't worry about it for what, it's not going to come out, okay. And then we're then just going to then go in straight into here, bathroom fittings, sinks, and I like to try and keep it at a nice level with everything to what we're kind of going for, but it's all about that perspective of, can I actually make money on this kind of build? Well, yes, you can quite easily. So we are just going to get this done here, and on our bigger builds we are probably going to be doing a room a episode, because some of those builds are so massive on this, and you don't really want to be dealing too much into like certain things. Now where's the toilet section? There we go. Toilet one here, like so. Okay, and now you do need to kind of move this around yourself, to be honest with you, but that's okay. So we're just going to place that there, and we're going to go back in, and we're actually going to go back into the bathroom areas, and we're then going to select the toilet. So we're actually going to be going with this 7236 toilet here, and we're then just going to place that there. Okay, this is a lot easier to place in compared up to some. And voila, that is now done there. Now we do need to sort out for lights, but we've only got 450 left. So how are we going to do that is that we're actually going to go back over to the office. So you can press escape and come back down to the office area here, or we can come through to here, and we can then actually use the gate to then return back over to the office. Now there's really no other way in that to do that, unfortunately. So we do actually need to make a bit of money. So what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm actually going to be whipping off to try and get some extra money in. So let's do that now very quickly. So I'll probably just do this as a quick it's like a quick time lapse on this one. So we're going to pop into them right now, and yet again, if you do actually want to read something right here, please do help yourself right here. Just pause the gaming on and etc. While this is actually loading up, if you're not already done so, please do subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you can then be notified when we upload a brand new video. So let's get this sorted, and we will see you in a jiffy.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away. As you fade away. As you
So, what I've just done there, right, I've just done like a basic cut over right here because of the um issue of like taking so long just to do that one job. That actually took like 20 minutes to do, but I pretty much almost ran out of money. So I couldn't actually really do the overall job itself because I have kind of spent a bit too much like to what I wanted. But we are here now to try and finish off this build so then we can sell it and hopefully make some money on this. So what we are going to be doing here very quickly, we are actually going to be going into our furniture. We are going to be popping into our bedroom and then we are actually going to be going into our beds. Now you can actually get a double bed if you wish, or you can actually get like a single bed if you are wanting to go a bit more cheaper with that. So I'm actually going to just pop into just a little bit more of a cheaper side of beds because of the fact that we just, if this is a single, then yeah. And then there's definitely something seriously wrong if that was a single. But yeah, well, so we're actually then going to go back into the kitchen and we're actually going to be getting the kitchen set. So the kitchen set's here. Okay. We're actually going to be going with this here. Now we do actually need a kitchen set with a cooker, a sink, plus the countertops and a section. Now you are paying just a tad bit more for them. So we could actually go in for this here if we wanted to. It's a tad bit longer than the normal kind of size. So we're not going to be really bothering with that one because that one is a bit too big. So we can actually pop in and maybe do this kind of size here, which is still perfectly fine. Now I would try and decorate it if it was in a button I cover little bits in. If it was actually going to kind of like help a little bit, yes, you can do that. But I tend not to really do it too much around the basis of will it be actually suited for that reason. I am just opting in for a cheaper sofa for this because we can, and why not? And then what we're then going to then do is we're then going to pop into the floors again. We are going to go with the panel and we're going to get a white. Same as the bathroom. No, sorry, not the same as the bathroom, but it just makes it a bit more brighter overall. You see, just like this here. Now we could, if we wanted to, we could actually paint it up and etc. But to be honest with you, I think this should be okay. If we sell this now, we probably might not get much. We might get probably around about 40,000-50,000. But we can always try. So we spent quite a lot of money. That's what's ever's left over. Let's chuck it back on again. We actually paid just over 26,000 there. If you renovation cost that there, furniture sold. So we've actually paid around about 27,000, roughly, and we would only make 25 quid out of that. So let's try and get this up just a little bit more so we can then try and sell it on for that bit of extra profit, but we can't. So we are going to accept that there. And now it doesn't really matter if it's a very specific thing what you're trying to do and stuff like that. So that's just like a very quick turnaround situation with that, so we can then try and then go for our next property up, to then do that up, sell everything what we're needing to do and stuff like that. So we are going to now just very quickly pop into here, pop into a browser. We've got 27,900. We could go with this one here, but this is not going to have too much of the items to potentially sell, the same as this here. This here is got really barely nothing in there which we can at least salvage, to be honest with you. So we'll probably go with this one here. So let's get that now. Let's just stay here. We've got our next property, okay, to do up, which is the burned house. We're going to get that sorted, and we can then start carrying on working through just a little bit more, to see what we can actually do. So I'm actually going to be leaving it there for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for your support once more. We are going to be sorting out a few extra jobs just to make sure that we've got some money coming in for the renovation cost to do it. So we probably need around about like probably around about 9,000-10,000 for that. So I will be working on some of these jobs here between now and the next episode. So yeah, again, thank you so much, and please do take care. And my name is The Wolf. Thank you for coming to join us. And until next time, we will see you later. Bye.
Yeah.